This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And the birthday boy for today, July the 6th, is a Spanish basketball legend who won 2 NBA titles with the LA Lakers when they went back-to-back in 2009 and 2010. He's a 6-time NBA All-Star, won Rookie of the Year with the Memphis Grizzlies, becoming the first non-American to win the award. Well, the greatest power forwards and European players of all time. His younger brother Mark was part of the 2019 Raptors team that won the title. But anyway, Paul Gasol, that is his name. And he's now 42 years old. You know, his younger brother Mark was part of the Raptors in 2019. The funny thing was that Paul, when he was 11, that was the day, on the day that Magic Johnson said he was HIV positive. He wanted to cure AIDS and become a doctor. So he enrolled in medical school at the University of Barcelona, but with his basketball career in Spain advancing, he left. Pathetic. But anyway, Pau Gasol helped the 2001 Barcelona team win the Spanish final. So he decided to enter the 2001 NBA draft. And he wouldn't live to regret it. So the Atlanta Hawks had the number 3 pick. We had Washington and the Clippers. Washington would take the infamous Kwame Brown, and I did a video on that one. The Clippers took Tyson Chandler number 2, but they traded him to Chicago in some kind of deal. I can't remember the deal. But anyway, the Atlanta Hawks picked Pau Gasol, and it looked good. Atlanta would be good. But then they decided to trade his rights to the Grizzlies franchise, which was still up in the air, whether it be Vancouver or Memphis, for the rights to Shareef Abdul-Rahim, one of the greatest, if not the greatest Vancouver Grizzly of all time. I must say Vancouver, not Memphis. So anyway, Gasol was a Grizzly. And he helped the Grizzlies do well in Memphis. And he actually ended up being the Rookie of the Year. Become the first foreign-born player to do that. No Canadian ever did that. Wish they did. Well, at the time, I mean. But anyway, Pau Gasol played all 82 games that year. And again, he looked good. Pau Gasol almost went through his first 3 straight seasons without missing a game, but he got injured April 2004. His consecutive game streak was 240, which was pretty good from the start of his career. Gasol would help him out. But by his 5th year with the Grizzlies in 2005, he was doing quite well for himself. Memphis went through 3 playoff series in his early days without winning one single game, which is pathetic and all that. So anyway, Gasol missed part of the 2007 NBA season because of his injury during the final of the semis of the 2006 World Championship win for Spain. He looked pretty good and all that. However, Memphis was not really doing that well in the department of doing well as a team. Pau Gasol was setting Grizzly records, but not helping his team out. So Gasol was traded to the LA Lakers for Kwame Brown. Speaking of Kwame Brown, how ironic, because Kwame Brown and Pau Gasol were both drafted in 2001. So Kwame Brown, Javaris Crittenton, Aaron McKee, the rights to Marc Gasol, and 2 first-round picks LA gave to the Grizzlies. Anyway, Gasol set many franchise records, and then was traded to the Lakers. Unfortunately, it wasn't that bad. It was bad for the Grizzlies. The Lakers got to the NBA Finals with Pau Gasol. He was the second leading Laker in points, rebounds, and assists per game, behind the great Kobe Bryant, of course. Unfortunately, the Celtics won Game 6. But anyway, Gasol still was a pretty good player. And in 2009, he helped the Lakers win the title over Orlando. It was a great time. Gasol would sign a 3-year, $64 million extension, which is pretty impressive. And he did good. The Lakers needed a true power forward / center, and he helped them. Gasol would score 19 points and 18 rebounds in Game 7 of the NBA Finals against the Celtics in 2010. And he was smart and all that. So anyway, the Lakers looked good for him and all that. There were rumors that Pau Gasol was going to be traded to New Orleans to get Chris Paul. But no, it didn't work out. Lamar Odom was pissed off about those trade rumors with Chris Paul, so he was then traded to Dallas for a first-round pick. Pau Gasol just had a lot of issues and all of that. Gasol was told to leave the Lakers as a free agent in 2014. So he signed with the Chicago Bulls. It was amazing what he could do with the Bulls. He did okay. And then after the contract with the Bulls expired in 2016, he signed with the Spurs, making sure that he could hit the 20,000 point mark, making him the second European after Dirk Nowitzki to do so. Gasol was a smart guy and all that. The Spurs would release him before the end of the 2019 season as part of a buyout agreement. 2 days later, he signed with the Milwaukee Bucks. But unfortunately, he had a left ankle injury that cost him dearly. He could not play for the playoffs in the Bucks in 2019. It would have been funny to see Pau Gasol in the playoffs against his younger brother Mark, because it was Bucks Raptors in the conference finals. So then he signed with the Portland Trailblazers, but he was waived by them. So he decided to go back to Barcelona, and they actually took second in the European League. Paul was Spanish basketball elite. Amazing what he could do. He was actually the flag bearer at the Summer Olympics in London in 2012, replacing Rafael Nadal, who got injured. So he was just a smart guy. All that. Gasol completely is interested in medicine to deal with treatment of children with scoliosis. So anyway, he has a lot of interests. He taught himself Italian, French, Catalan, Spanish, and English. All that. It's funny how Pau Gasol and Kobe Bryant actually spoke to each other in Spanish to keep opponents from knowing their plans. Gasol married Catherine McDonough in 2019, and the daughter Elizabeth Gianna Gasol was born in September 2020. The middle name is a tribute to Bryant's late daughter. Of course, Marc Gasol was drafted by the LA Lakers and was traded to Memphis for the deal that sent Paul to LA. It was funny. So anyway, it's weird. He's part of UNICEF and all that. He actually is a part member of the IOC, the International Olympic Committee. Anyway, in 1,226 career games, he had 17 points, 9.2 points per game, and 9.2 rebounds per game. In the playoffs, he played 136 games. He was part of the Lakers' late 2000s partial dynasty. 2008 got to the finals, 2009, 2010 with the win. 15.4 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game. And he's great with Barcelona and all that with the basketball. It's gotta be him. So yeah, he was a European icon and a Spanish icon. So that's what happened, and that's all you need to know about this guy. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.